Good morning, viewers, and welcome to another edition of the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV with a stream on Facebook, YouTube, and also on our website, where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We will bring the program come to you this Thursday morning, Mina Khadija Bangura.
And Mina Mabel Kaba. Good morning. Today is Thursday, the 13th day of March 2025. And inside this edition of the Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV, today we can't talk about politics. Also, we focus on Honorable Osman Timbo, who just resigned in position as Deputy Secretary General for the All People's Congress APC Party. Where to make a resign, we discuss inside this edition of the Breakfast Show.
Well, this and plenty other story then at the program for you this Thursday morning. Remember, say yourself for the watch week, go get the opportunity at some point for add your voice to the conversation by way how you for send your message, your comment, or your thoughts on any of the issues that we can discuss in the comment section. Now, any of the platform that we watch with this morning, you can as well text me on the number 074-200-545. Now, the number that they for send we text message, send them through WhatsApp or go read them. And don't forget to see the watch, now for share the program so that more people go join the conversation. If you not follow or subscribe yet to YouTube channel, kindly go to YouTube and press the subscription button and put your post notification bell on so that anytime Liberty Online TV post any content or can live with any of we shows them, you will get notification say we don't come online. And also we WhatsApp channel, if you're not subscribed to it, go to WhatsApp, search for Liberty Online TV, the channel will pop up and you subscribe to the channel because we get different content say okay drop na the channel for owner we esteemed followers them. Well, this show where they watch na the Breakfast Show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV.
All right, we continue with the Breakfast Show and we go remember say some time back the Freetown City Council be done the ask trader them not for the sell not get for move back from the side them outside people can waka. Well, Lumley markets and one of the side them way them be say people are not for the sell not streets and then we done the do operation pushback for let the market to man the no cannot get. Well, this PNTM we reporter Mozetta Moningo Masako Bingo Wakade also in notice say the trader they not begin come back outside the market for can sell. But according to the trader them then tell them say because the markets outside and they tight make them the Canada. Well, let we watch as Mozetta Bingo Wakade for no waiting make the trader they don't come back na street for sale.
The Lumley markets, where they na the western parts na Freetown, where they na the center, usa you can get people them, where they come out from Godrich, Malama, Wilkinson Road, Wilberforce, Spur Road, where means say this na big markets, where all man can come by for go cook. Some time back, we be see say people them where they sell na this market, been they sell right inside the markets, where them bill for them. But this BNTM, we see outside some of the market women them don't begin come sell na streets. And this they affect people them where they pass and self motorcar them. But waiting na the reason we make them market women them don't begin sell back na street.
Colombia don't open. Colombia na the village, Passange don't Palabra na the Passange. Now you don't come to Colombia city. The people know they calumny them, but somebody come over water, somebody come over then they come out different various places for can do business. You get market space, but the market space they do, they take long.
Because the market is tight, the market is small. But if them bill and that big way, all man like what they say, they can bill for Uyana. Them go with them. We don't walk about Ghana Street, they will not go do it. But when they bill for with this way, they see what they come on as. So let Papa government to bill marketing. People win and let go to win. Where do they work? Let them follow. We don't say don't try for it to get there.
As the market woman them don't say, now because the market tight, make them they come sell na streets. How them want for make them address this issue.
So let Papa government to build marketing. People win and let go to win. Where do they work? Let them follow. We don't say don't try for it to get there.
Here the baby government here, when they tell them big markets than this. So now we go inside the market.
We have Papa government, don't make it. Let it chill, let it get respect. Let it chill, let it get big, let it big and the community. Community over there, and they get market, and they do every, and they pass through, and they follow market. The people be say, you be born, they displace the I want. When you smile, they displace you, and they don't respect her. When they get a child, they respect. Yeah, and
the market woman them raise concern for make Freetown City Council build for them big markets so that them go come out na streets. With this call, and as we all know say council don't begin build new markets for markets woman them na Lumley. We be want for know how far council don't go with this project and if them aware about the street trading na Lumley. But not been get council for respond. With support from Hannah Bangura, Mina Moseta Monigo Massacoil, they report.
All right, we continue with the Liberty Breakfast Show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV with the stream on Facebook, YouTube, and also now we website from that on Sunday for markets woman then alumni. They now gonna book fields outside the people that we tap na this particular community for long term. They don't raise concern but water challenge we then say then they get. Then we join with reporter Al Hassan Koma. We're gonna this community and find.
All right, good afternoon. Welcome to Liberty Online TV with me, Al Hassan Koma. All right, today we come now the Brookfields community, now the western part of Freetown. For we can talk to more people with regards to what's the constraints when they get with water supply in this particular part of the country. As we all know, say water is one essential commodity in the country. We mean say plenty community they look for area outside then get enough water supply. That make we come now Brookfields community for talk with people who reside now this part of the country. Let we know how best they able to get water supply, whether the water whether they get enough or then they get plenty challenge with regards to water supply now the country.
The water supply would be strain. The normal time will be they get Monday, Wednesday, Friday pump the OP, but this BNT now pump the lock 2 days, 3 days, so they really strain. Possible brother they take 5 gallons for go get water. So they really strain for the water.
So when the pump can lock, who's able for go get water inside in 3 days then
they go up yonder. Now they go for water for cows.
So we think I don't do as a community for able to solve this problem.
I say it's not easy. We big one they not talk nothing. I grumble no more okay grumble. But not say they do anything. Also brother they go find water na the other area there. So it's who they talk no more to government or to the woman there where they in charge for the water. Let they do a normal like how they do no more. Oh they get the water Monday, Wednesday, Friday, pump up okay with that. But this being said now it could log 2 days, 3 days, so it really strain. Even my sister I don't know how to strain 2 days complete what pump no open. Say 3 days will strain. And not saying a flush more they use now. So if you pump lock, would they strain at the hose? So do ya would they beg? Let Guma go the open pump for we normal time. Like I be they do no more. We okay with that.
Like the water they come towards this community, more this me environmental they live so the water not too sufficient and need the pump full. You see like with the skin, if one gets water pass we go back and the neighbor inside them compounds them from where we will get water with the skin, we get that full water we for calm it we will get skin over it.
So is it like the people in plenty in the community will make the water not enough for now?
Well, the community where they live, people in Boku, so like the water will supply the compounds them for make you could get sufficient water. You know they get that sufficient water. So some people in part then got now them tanks them, and sometimes we pump open during 1 o'clock morning they will get water. But during the day right now, it's not sufficient for me.
So within the community stakeholder they don't do for ensure see they able to solve this problem so that we now go get better and essential water for supply.
The people in the community they try the level best. Count tanks them, get water, but still you know enough for we still.
What are the message you want for send to farm with the Watching government?
So like my message I go send to the government, like we need more pump and a different compound system where we will get enough water. So like this street water for go get water at the tanks and you know we will cut down of every compound for we get pump. At least it go better for we.
Since last year we they strain for water, so they don't cut we line, so they strain they left don't go south they car up the hill path for can't get water. So I made a proof for little bag we side for little bag.
So the strain how una able for get water? That means the pump not the open.
Yeah, pump no open. Don't the sometimes where the pump can open, you need run to that way they run small so pass through car up street here for can't get water.
Okay, so within the community people don't do, the secular they don't do for ensure they able to solve the problem like you mentioned, see they don't cut the pipeline all around. So within they don't do as community.
So we don't tell the elder there for let the help we look together as one for you able get we line for the water.
So now the message you want to send to government?
And tell the government say may they help we for we get we own water issue low able solver. So I don't tell you.
Alright, thank you so much.
Okay, sir.
Alright, Fambo, like from what you don't get that, from what people don't say, we now strong concern they don't raise with regards to Brookfields community where they strain on issues that we get for do with water supply. And we all know say water now one of the key commodities and so far for humans. So of course they don't raise concern on how best Guma go ensure see them go able to give more water supply because most of them raise concern on the normal time that we they can open pump. At times they can take 1, 2, 3 days pump now can open. Been a big challenge for them now this part now the country. So they don't call on Guma and of course they don't call on the government to say alone for ensure see they look into issues that will happen the Brookfields community for let them get regular water supply. Continue for watch Liberty Online TV and me bring to you this report. My name is Al-Hassan Kuma.
Alright, welcome back. You still watch the breakfast on Liberty Online Television, and from that report we Al-Hassan Kuruma puts together in a Brookfields community. Let we come now na the Red Pump community. Usai people wait up now don't raise concern for sake the bad road network where they say they get in challenge as then they use this road every day. Let we watch as Sunkari Sise being working at this Red Pump community forget the views of people them where don't they get challenged na the bad road.
The challenges they get now with the Pura driver and the Okada rider are the challenges. Because due to the Pura drivers, they take the people from Eastern Police to Ya in a very short side. But because of the road, we don't forget Kwambu because not all Pura go kind side. The people on the street, they go Tinapas, almost hour for they get Pura when they go out. And the people that they use a lot of Pura for go at home. We get students them early in the morning, they be late for go school. think they will let go of school because some people are there as well.
Well, they cannot know the whole way bad. You know they able there. They go by business for make kind say not to come and suffer, so you suffer. As you suffer, say before you go Canada. They will suffer. If you say if you go and tell you buy a market for me, you get taxi like other side. I know they good. When other side, I know they good. And you go struggle, say you will beat here. If you go to make, we get what in the help, we will glad more because we strain, I'm not to tell you the talk suffer. We strain. Well, because the way they be Canada, where they be say they be mother, yes. Mother, we be say we Canada, so we Canada. If you be say we na ya, all man they glad, all man they come out. The yaba, he say this is what they are the maker for now. Now we ever strain. Then they will do am. As soon as someone will put la party with the go under, who put in the car for no more gladness. But as the time they go now, 30 days. So no more. So we dey feed am. We no get nothing wetin we dey for. Yen to back me wan say you want me. Yen to back me wan try for make it begin from down now. They from here now till reach other. I stop. I don't know.
Okay. The road network really bad off, especially from that junction, main Kiama Road for entire. You find it very difficult. Who them to pass at times to prepare the for do the road. Because even there, people who travel there, Okada, they put thanking there, especially in the rain. Like you find it difficult for entire. So you even decide to stay halfway at the junction. So the challenges here they very great. For the vehicle side, especially with the vehicle for Kaya, especially Nanet, the transportation, you get for high, even the bike, they can go out with one car, the transportation, they overcharge them, even motor for Kaya, they don't put they don't think after 8 o'clock. Difficult now for them motor for Kaya. Well, at times you usually can come together, you do complete to work. At times with the elders and they have to provide some incentive to them. Like water, food, someone forbid them to do the work. What they can do the work, they then can because to a very good job. I just patch up something of temporary job. So when the rest can come, can destroy all tobacco they don't do. But fortunately for we, before the election, Gentle, Kamara Bekaya, they do this road access from this junction until go right down to the brick and the countdown. But because of Boku talk, this politics, they itself, nice talk. Because being promised to go down up to the main road, Nakiyama Road.
All right, so we continue the breakfast show where now we reporter Sunkari Sise, na being gathered and concerned and the of people where they live around the Red Pump area. The program is still a watch now the breakfast show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV. Earlier I'll tell you say today where they can talk to Honorable Osman Timbo, where yesterday he be resigned from his position as Deputy Secretary General for the All People's Congress. Waiting be the reason them where they behind in resignation and waiting next for in political career. All you gonna know inside the program this morning. In case you just join, we don't forget to share the program so that more people go be part of the conversation. And also drop your question, your comments in the comment section at any of the platform them where they watch we. If you not subscribe to Liberty YouTube channel, please go na YouTube, you search for Liberty TV Online and you subscribe to the channel, you put your post notification bell on so that you will get notification anytime where we come online. We also get different contents that we drop na we YouTube channel and also we WhatsApp channel, very active. Just go na WhatsApp, you look for the explore button, you press you search for Liberty Online TV, you go straight to the channel and follow the channel. Also can drop different contents them. While we continue with the breakfast show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, we look at now another issue, Osai. Wednesday, when I be yesterday, March 12, as I tell you now, Honorable Osman Timbo be resigned in position as Deputy Secretary General for the All People's Congress APC Party. But before we can talk to him in the studio, let's quickly join with reporter Mayatu Sheriff, who be there yesterday, who say Honorable Osman Timbo be the tender in resignation to the All People's Congress APC Party.
Wednesday, March 12, the Member of Parliament where they represent the All People's Congress Party na the Western Area Urban District, Honorable Osman Timbo, be resigned in position as the Deputy Secretary General for the All People's Congress APC Party.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, comrades and supporters of the APC, members of the media, good afternoon. Today, on this 12th day of March 2025, in this holy month of Ramadan and Lent, I address you with a heart full of gratitude and a strong commitment to our shared dream of making Sierra Leone better. After deep reflection and a sense of duty, I officially announce my resignation from my position as Deputy National Secretary General of the APC, effective immediately.
Honorable Osman Timbo continues to say he resigned in position as the Deputy Secretary General because he wants to take another step now in political career.
This decision to step aside at this moment has not been an easy one, especially considering the pivotal role I have been playing, but it is a necessary one. I have always lived by the principle of fairness, and with the upcoming activities within the party, I believe that stepping down from this position will help maintain the integrity of the Secretariat and ensure a fair and level playing field for all. Let it be known that I am not leaving politics, nor am I leaving the APC. I remain fully committed to the APC and will continue to do my best to support and strengthen the party. Although my time as Deputy National Secretary General has come to an end, this marks the beginning of a new chapter in my political journey. I will focus on my next steps and look forward to engaging with party members, stakeholders, and the general public in the coming days and weeks. In the next few weeks, I will inform the nation about my next steps.
Honorable Osman Timbo been tell thank you to the All People's Congress Party for the support where they don't give him now in political career.
My journey in this esteemed position has been one of service, learning, and dedication to advancing our party and our nation. I want to sincerely thank the leadership of the APC, especially my boss, the National Secretary General, Lansana Dumboya Esquire, the National Chairman, the Deputy National Chairman, and the entire executive at all levels of the party for the trust they place in me and for creating the space for me to contribute meaningfully to our great party. I also extend special thanks to Dr. Samora Kamara for leading the party through the 2023 elections, which was stolen from the people of this nation. Never again will we allow such thievery. My heartfelt appreciation goes to all the delegates at the February 2023 APC National Delegates Conference who overwhelmingly elected me to serve in this position. Your faith in me has been a great inspiration, and I feel truly honored to have had the opportunity to work for the good of our party and our nation. Thank you to supporters within and outside the APC party who stood with me during my darkest days when I was removed from Parliament in 2019.
But waiting this decision mean to the APC party and the executive, Lansana Dumbuya, now the Secretary General for the All People's Congress APC party, he been gets this for say.
Having worked with him for 2 years closely, he's a pillar of support, in any institution that he finds himself. So far, that is my assessment. And I'm not saying this to jump into any arena for any flag bearer or whatnot, because he has brought in his resignation today. And I would not have wanted his resignation at this point in time, to be honest, because he's been very, very helpful. He's been a very key player in all the achievement we have had so far in the Secretariat. He is somebody I can count on any day, any time. And I believe that whatever he's going to do out there, I wish him well, and I believe he's going to succeed.
Lansana Dumbuya, they end up wish Honorable Osman Timbo all the best in a new adventure. For Liberty Online TV, me na Mariatu Sheriff.
All right, welcome back. You still watch the Breakfast Show on Liberty Online Television. That's a report where Mariatu Sheriff put together yesterday na the All People's Congress APC Party. We've been see the Deputy National Secretary General be resign in position when a Honorable Osman Timbo. And we tell us that today the program we can talk to them for no what's not the reason we make a resign in position at this time. Perhaps you can disclose to the public already, waiting at a next step. And now a pleasure this morning for welcome to the studio, Honorable Osman Timbo. Good morning, welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Thank you very much and good morning.
All right, before we can go into your decision for resign as Deputy National Secretary General now the All People's Congress APC Party, let me just go back to your journey, how you found yourself into active politics.
Interesting. Well, my journey into actual practical politics, I would say really started in 2013. The reason why I say that now because at the time I left the law practice and say, okay, I joined politics. I think I joined politics out of necessity more than out of love. Many times I tell people up till this moment who I sit on, I don't ordinarily like politics. I don't. I am a quiet person. I am, in a way, a private person. But at the same time, I consider myself as somebody one for dedicating life to service, service of humanity. And because of that, many things were happening at the time where I wasn't satisfied with. And I asked myself, what joy would it give me if, okay, being a lawyer, I wasn't a stupid lawyer, but if I continue just being a lawyer, make all the money, and be happy just with my family, help a couple of people who are able to help, how would that really change the nation? How would I leave an indelible mark on this country? So for me, that was a drive. I'll also tell you, I met it at home. My parents have always been selfless people. My dad served this nation right up to the position of Chief Justice of this nation. Imagine somebody who don't go to that height, then he decides, okay, before in a retirement, okay, I can't do for like and before like chief. Imagine that. So somebody will only do that when it's about service. So I got that from them too. Like I talk about the dissatisfaction that I had at the time, I asked myself the question, what can I do to really impact change and development in my nation? First, it was about dissatisfaction with the legal system. You know, when I be lawyer in 2008, in 2010, I get the opportunity for work with the pilot national legal aid scheme. This pilot national legal aid scheme now developed the legal aid law for Sierra Leone. During that time, I've been represent poor people across the nation, well, particularly in the capital city and a few major towns na the provinces. During that time, they have been going to jail yard every Wednesday. They talk to prisoners the way they I'm gonna sales them, talk to people and young people. I'm gonna community and talk to people. I was friend also with the disabled people and anyone that within the street. So I listen to their stories all the time, and I realize that some people are victim of the society where they find themselves. The society not really give them chance for make them their lives then become better. So that is why then they do out and they. So I asked myself, should I just go to the bench because I had the opportunity to at the time say, okay, I want to be magistrate, or continue for focus on my private practice. Then I said the best decision is for me to be in the room where they take a decision. So the moment I make that decision, talk to me, daddy, and tell us I want to go into politics. I can tell you, me daddy not been wants that at all. We had that fight, but I tell him, I said, no, daddy, you made that sacrifice. Yes, you may get a lot of challenges will make you give up because you're not being feel say people were ready and honest at the time. But good people should not be quitters. I cannot quit. Not so because other person don't fail means say, I will also fail. I'll give it my best. I'll learn from the mistakes of other people and not make that mistake there. So reluctantly accept and I go into politics. And since that time to now, alhamdulillah, I've come this far.
When we look at the first side, you come into active mainstream politics. Now we will aspire for going to parliament.
No.
Then the plenty people considering you active role where you be done they play in the legal profession. Then the kind of more you say you be do cases them when of pro bono service, high profile cases them. And one thing where everybody be they look forward to now you in the well of parliament and how active you supposed for being in parliament. You first set back now them pull you in a parliament and all of that. You think you don't really meet the expectation of them people and don't be feel say you go be this kind real active member of parliament speaking on the issues where they bother the people there?
You see, well, firstly, I think I have to correct this part. My active involvement in politics, not for the 2018 elections. Don't forget, in 2013, I contested for be the regional youth leader for the APC, and I'll actually be selected for be the deputy regional youth leader and under Washingai. So I was Washingai's deputy at the time, and I was also the national executive secretary of the Youth League, you know, under President Bai Mahmoud at the time. So with Parliament, I can tell you, Khadija, many people even tell me now, say, oh, Timbo, you're quiet. Or they are when they expect you for the talk in Parliament and all that. We're not here again. I'm happy that I go back in Parliament. But I can tell you, the time when they pulled me in Parliament, maybe I was young, exuberant, and maybe a little bit naive. I don't learn a lot, and I think I don't mature a lot more from that time to now. Many things happened during that time will make I feel like I need for be more understanding of the situation where I find myself in. My principles have never changed. There are many people who don't hate me because of my very honest and straightforward principles. You cannot bend me, and you cannot stop me from saying my mind. So one thing where I know for certain I have never lost, now the confidence where I get for saying my mind. But at the same time, going to Parliament now, I go to Parliament not just as an ordinary member of Parliament. I go to Parliament now as the Deputy National Secretary General of the APC. And when you're a deputy, you have to be careful the things you do and the things you say. Whatever I say there will reflect the Secretariat. And in the Secretariat, you have to, you're underneath your boss. So it's only when your boss tells you, say, go out and go do this and go do that, and you do things. So in the well of Parliament, as you say, a lot of young MPs don't come and take the stage. They're very voicey for us. I'm happy for that. I think in the world of parliament, I don't properly debate once, properly as in proper long debates. I've made a few contributions here and there. I can also tell you, say, my attendance in parliament, being in parliament full time, has been not as effective as before. Why? I won't say my work with the party is actually affecting that in a way, but I can also tell you that I have to juggle between the two. The role they play in the APC will be a very pivotal role in the sense a lot of the technical work within the secretariat was being done by me, so it consumed a lot of my time. And in Parliament also, I believe in the leadership that is in Parliament. They've been doing exceptionally well. And I can also tell you, say, this Parliament is a bit different from the one where I'll be left in 2019.
Even before the 20, now what you refer to, 2018, before they remove on, I sure say you spend some time in Parliament. And during the attending the way you be active, a lot of people can get questions. The Osman Timbo will be the expected if you can have Parliament, it will make this difference in terms of debate, in terms of speaking on critical issues. And up to this moment, now you say you work now the secretariat, but it take most of your time, a bit of your time. But you did represent people and they pay you taxpayer money. So why you been decide for prioritize the work of the secretariat rather than going to Parliament? And a lot of issues happen. Even after the 2023 elections, where they can talk about, plenty thing then they where you for don't lend your voice to as opposition member of Parliament and somebody with all executive position.
And that's exactly what I said. Firstly, not like I abandoned my parliamentary duties. I've never abandoned them. But I'm only saying juggling the two. Actually, you have to, I'm human. You know, if you do this and you do this. It's the same thing. Being in parliament is also provide, as an opposition person, you want to be an effective opposition. The parliamentary caucus is part of the voice or the only legitimate voice within the three arms of government, outside the local councils where we get. So for make you prepare positions for the party on behalf of Parliament, you have to do work within the party and supply to Parliament. So there are things we need to do even with within the party that supported the work of Parliament. So that is why, like I told you, there are many people. Honestly, I'm so amazed with the quality of debaters, the quality of the young people who get. I can tell you, without any iota of doubt, that the young parliamentarians this time, the way how they're outspoken, I think my own contribution now will only be to wrap things up. You know, I'm not part of the leadership of Parliament, and I can tell you I have a very terrific leadership too. A very effective, all of that first 4 or 5, they're very, very effective. I'm not going to say the one that have been there before, not be as effective, but I can tell you, say, these young men, whether at the leadership of Parliament there, they're always on it. Maybe with Honorable Cherno in your leadership style, it wasn't every debate that he will talk. It's not every debate that you hear IB Kagbo or even Hassan Priest. But in this one, they're always there. You will hear Honorable AKK on TV, on radio, in Parliament. He's the whip. But they're very effective. So I feel satisfied, and I feel like, okay, as much as I'm serving there too, if there's need for Mekagi support underneath, I do it. But at the same time, you want to give space to other people for make themselves share the limelight, while I also want to occupy this position within the party.
Your effectiveness na Parliament in terms of speaking up for the people. Let me look at your loyalty. Usa Ide, is it to the APC Party where you've been served as an executive member, or to the people of Sierra Leone? Usa your loyalty there?
It's the same. If I'm loyal to APC and the APC's cause is for change the trajectory of this nation, it's the same thing. We're using APC as the vehicle
basically, you consider me as an APC member of parliament, right? And I can tell you, say, the principles and policies of the APC are not different from the principles and policies for make this country go before. So you cannot put the loyalty of the APC and you put the loyalty of the loyalty to the nation. That's an unfair question, with all respect, but I feel we must see it that these two must align. Otherwise, we don't have any need for get political parties in this nation.
Effectiveness in parliament, although according to you, you okay and satisfied with the way how the other APC members of parliament don't they do it in the able for do so far for the people.
Yeah.
But you as Honorable Osman Timbo, where we talk to today, now that kind of person where before you the kind of parliament, now person where people be they expect say, well, no sooner you reach in parliament, it's going to be hot, even for the ruling party. But when you come the second time, you just go silent. Is there any specific reason why you choose for go silent, even though you're satisfied with the other one, then, but you as an individual, people be done they look up to you?
Maybe it's not about going silent, it's about being strategic. I told you that from the time I'm put in a parliament to now, I've grown a lot, not just intellectually, in terms of composure, in terms of assessing situations. And I can tell you that for certain, whatever I'm doing now is deliberate. I know exactly why I'm behaving the way I'm behaving. There are things that I cannot say in the open, but I don't want anybody in the studio, whoever is watching me or listening to me, for things in my principles have changed. I still have that fire in my belly.
Are you being suppressed from any angle?
I didn't say that.
When we look at on a party with all of the turbulence they want to go through before and even after the 2023 elections, and for the very first time yesterday in a video where you be talk about your resignation, you come out and say they stole the election, 2023 elections, and not a secret against you. We get lots of issues that will be the contest. And as of last week, the former boss, the Secretary General, will be hosting he still believes, say, they thief the elections. I don't know if you hold that same view there, because things don't change. Maybe from yesterday we talk to now. A lot of APC people and maybe come out. This is not the digital era. Everybody's on X, everybody's on Facebook, talking about all the issues there. But people know you as a political leader, if I can say, because you be all executive position at the party. You never say anything.
Well, I'll tell you to check my Facebook and let you cross-check your facts. I'm not someone who uses Twitter like that, but I seldomly also use Facebook. But I know definitely through the elections, I spoke about it, I was giving people updates. But again, like I told you, Khadija, I understand the level of my position within the APC. I might be young, but I think sometimes I feel I'm way older than my years, yeah? I'm Deputy Secretary General. I do a lot of work where nobody know they see, where nobody know what they do.
Maybe carry the entire secretariat?
I won't answer that.
Why? But we're having a conversation and people go be interested.
Not to me carry the secretariat.
Yeah, because you don't reference.
But look,
you role as Deputy Secretary General, we cannot limit you from things the way people know they see. So they make they ask if now you've been carried the entire the secretariat, maybe they work from the back.
I have a boss. But I can tell you for certain that I was working from the back. I am the principal assistant to the Secretary General. You know, that's what my constitutional role is. And I can tell you there is no role with anybody we don't tweet or we don't write on social media. We do more than what you do during that period. Absolutely not.
I can challenge anybody.
But what you will give as visible thing then what you do, you left as legacy, we been there as Deputy Secretary General, because if the public they ask, it means perhaps you be the work in silence, nobody know the see outside. What's your legacies then?
My legacy basically now for say whatever good or whatever bad come out of the Secretariat, I want to take joint responsibility for it. And if you're talking about a new membership registration system, whether it's good, whether it's bad, I'm part of the team from the Secretariat. If you're talking about overseeing the 2023 elections, internal elections for Symbol Awards, I'm part of the Secretariat's team. If you talk about many documents we see out, including the dialogue documents, I'm part of the team. If you talk about the one that we go to the negotiations or the dialogue at Bintumani and being part of the technical team, there's somebody behind all those documents. And a lot more that I cannot openly say. Because I didn't say that. I'm just the principal. I was the principal assistant to the Secretary General.
Mm. Let me talk about this dialogue where una party been going to after the 2023 elections, after una been say, una they take part in governance, MP they know they go na parliament, councillor and chairperson they know they go na council, but at some point una get a negotiation there. And I reference you Secretary General again, as of up till now, in be believe say, una not be do the right things, but by then the leader una been gets, they get instructions and what be want, now una be they do. What in your position as Honorable Osman Timbo in all of the dialogue there and who side una party day now?
Firstly, previously you asked me whether from yesterday to today I don't change the belief as to whether to for the election. Till I die, I'll tell you that I feel, and the party still maintains that that election was stolen. The mandate of the people was stolen from them. But it was us, collectively, we decide, say, okay, let me enter this dialogue. You know why they say us collectively? Yes, the idea must not come from the leader. But after it came from the leader, this thing was brought to the National Advisory Committee, the second highest body, NAC, and NAC endorsed it. NAC endorsed them, and then a whole team was set up. I remember the first technical team, without naming the names, but I know who the people were. We put together the first draft, the zero draft of that document, you know, and I know exactly which Nabu stands at the time, the things we were asking for. I know exactly the type or caliber of people who have been asked for me for lead the dialogue. I know the stance who will take, say, President Bio himself must be part of it. And I know the reluctance who will get even at the end of the day for go to the dialogue. But I can tell you that Dr. Samoa Kamara is quite a peaceful person. Many things will happen, we water down this process. Now, because Dr. Samuel Kamara say, okay, let we do and so, let do and so. And I think you can tell from even the thing where they say, when they talk, he say power not to do or die. He says that. Nobody not go die for him. You go always hear him. In fact, there are times where they call him have faith in God. Because when he come, all the time he sing, have faith in God. So they may even use that for ridicule. So it shows we have to appreciate that that's the character of the person who was a leader. And at the time, if you were the leader of the party, and you are the person who are the primary beneficiary of whatever process we go into, we have to at times accede or concede to whatever suggestions you bring come. So in terms of accepting who the people that we went to negotiations with, who we sat with during that dialogue, what happened during the dialogue, I know very well what happened. how even the dialogue process changed the second day. I understand all those things. It was because we say, okay, Dr. Samora is a primary beneficiary of this. He's the leader of the party. He's the leader of this election cycle they talk about. So whatever he says, we also get for. I remember many times arguments, and I remember disagreements, but at the end of the day, people say, okay, now the leader this, now this he wants, let's go by it. So that nine lead we to many things were watered down. Personally, to this day, I'm not satisfied with the dialogue outcome, and I made that very clear there. So that is why I say many things the way they happen behind way. If only people know, maybe they're for the club for me.
So why you know I'm getting the opportunity for no?
Because that's not how governance works. That's not how it works.
It's like you get so much for say, but you dey hold back because of governance, like I say, not also governance, they work, but people only make speculations. And there is no way would they talk about the wrongdoing of this executive, history not call your name because you be a part of it.
Khadija, you see, we also have to be careful with what you call speculations, right? I told you in my years after Parliament, many things changed for me. Many things. I mean, after 2019. I think I understand life better. I think I understand governance and people. In fact, the most important thing is people better. I don't fall for speculations. I am a lawyer. I suppose for be very factual. I do my investigation myself before I say things. So, but waiting, they talk about within. Even inside waiting now, they happen in our office. I can tell you, you cannot come out here and talk about what's happening in our boardroom. Don't say hold things back. You know that. You know that. You will not come out here and discuss those things. And that's exactly what I'm telling you. I know a lot of things because I'm inside the rooms when they talk to them so. At the highest level, take on. I'm there, I'm part of it. In fact, one important thing I can tell you, I'm the person who writes. I'm the person who takes all the notes. So basically, I have the notes.
The reason why we ask some of them questions here, plenty people believe, say the one they wouldn't refer to now as old politicians, when they blame, say, make salon de lekai day today now because of some of them tenure we don't they happen behind closed doors with nobody knocking no. They can come out to the public, give sugar-coated vibes, but they know exactly what they do. Now that path that we see Honorable Osman Timbo they take as a very young politician?
Not necessarily. I think it's good for let people understand. I'll give you the clearest example internationally, right? Okay, so when presidents they come, let's say you go visit, for instance, Donald Trump. There's the one way they open to the public, and there's another way they call closed session. Even in with programs now, let's say annual general meetings of SLAGE, for example, you get you are in an open session, one man they come, and the one way it's called closed session. So that is why I'm saying we have to be real about how we judge people. You cannot come out and say everything because that's how life is. And that is not what is responsible for the decadence of this country. That is not it. When bad decisions come out of them board meetings, then they collectively enough take responsibility for them, whether they're good or whether they're bad. I can tell you now, whatever bad will happen inside this executive, whether I mean say are not in support or are they in support, once it's a decision that was taken by that executive, I take collective responsibility. Whatever good too came out of the executive while I was there, I take collective responsibility. Similarly, with whatever come out of that dialogue, even though personally I know I wasn't satisfied, I take responsibility for it. But what you will take responsibility for, that the allegation say people go take money. Me, the day way somebody go come and tell me say I give Osman Timbo 1 million, they go to fire for me in a hellfire.
But then say now the executive will be part of this executive.
So that's why I say I take collective responsibility. And Khadija, you're a journalist too. And I'm sure journalists and lawyers are similar. you deal with facts, not fiction, not rumors. Would that be the day we then take that money day? Me, I did it. If somebody can ask me, what about me, I did it in the room. I said, nah, maybe, me I been to money. Me not see nobody come and can give us money. If person go take money, bear me back, well then can not share, give me 1 million. I not see. I did it, I hear rumor. Me self hear rumor. Day what day.
And with the way things change, and this rumor, all of a sudden, the negotiation, the peace, and everything, the pattern, the kind of zeal na be going to this negotiation, everything just died down.
I don't know. I can tell you all what you know. I said I'm a lawyer, right? You not can't force me for saying I don't know. I don't live on speculations. I think that not helped me this much in my life right now.
But on a normal
day, my mind out of all the speculations, social media talk. I'm focused. I know what I want. I know what I want.
But you don't do under the firing line as well.
I want it.
So on a normal day, when there's speculations and they come up, as an executive, when I've been discussing like for know if anybody been go take anything from any side regarding that agreement, what's have been the outcome of that discussion there?
Absolutely, it comes up and all man now vex. All man where they accuse they vex. All man where they accuse they vex. How? People they well, people they name them. People they well, people they character where they don't build for years, reputation where they don't build for years. Me no know. So, but yes, the conversations come up. I think they were not even heated. They were vexatious in the sense. Then people vex so you can accuse people say, oh, they're going to take million, billion. I think the money when they say Secretary General court take in to this day, not even Sabia for color well. You know. How much they say in Kailo Mansare then take how they say other people they were waiting. Lodge mandate go. You see,
we can't talk about the reason behind your resignation, but quick one before we come to that issue there. You don't resign now. You're not former now, member of this executive, but you be in this executive.
Right.
You satisfied with how una executive be handle the issue of Dr. Samura Kamara?
Many things happened before, right? Things will happen where I can tell you there are conversations had between 4 of them. Sorry.
4 of them,
the leadership, the topmost leadership at the time. You know, the topmost leadership now, then the leader, deputy leader, the chairman, deputy chairman, and the secretary general. So
that is Dr. Samura Kamara, Honorable Chair Noba, Minkailu Mansare, Alhaji Usman for the answer.
And Lansana Domboya.
Lansana Domboya, the 5.
But I heard that Cherikoko, Honorable Chair Noba, wasn't there at the time. And this now basically was in a report at NAC that and get this conversation regarding the Constitution. We don't suffer a lot as a party politically, with legal matters. In fact, one of the things we cause we ill preparedness for the 2023 elections, that then court cases, yeah. Anything we could jeopardize the party's continued existence without going to court, we need to watch them very well. When they make the Constitution, no one was thinking of this particular situation, say, we got for going to dialogue, we got for going to many, many things where they prolong. But because in the Constitution we not separate the position of chairman and leader, we provide, say, if the leader of the person where they be the leader of the party and the person where they win the flag bearer election. But if that person they go into an election, then he not win, whether he contest the election or he not contest the election results. 6 months after, is supposed for relinquish in position in and in deputy. In this case, we contested the election results, right? But the Constitution make provision for us. If you don't, even if you contest them, in a court safe or anywhere, it goes out. You still supposed to go out. But at the time during the meeting in December, when by effluxion of time, Dr. Samora's what himself as leader of the party, be not expire, come to an end, by like I say, effluxion of time, by the end of time. Then get a conversation, say, basically I'm talking about the report. Then get a conversation, say, okay, you can hold on, since you can hold on not with the title as leader of the party, but as presidential candidate for the 2023 elections. And that's a title that he holds up to today, and we're going to hold forever. Nobody else will be the APC presidential candidate for 2023 elections. I'd like to go to 21 on. It was a gentleman's agreement. It was an understanding amongst them, say you will continue to hold your office, you will continue to represent the party as the face of the party. In fact, until the tripartite process done. Okay. Until the submission of the tripartite report. You know, so what happened through that term now that, okay, Dr. Samoa Kama, even in a New Year's message, made it clear, it stated there that, okay, he is no longer the leader of the party, but he will continue for represent the party. And that's exactly what happened at the time. I think all this thing come to the fore after, remember the tripartite report, now in the issue and challenges them all come now. You know, when they ask them for key, they ask them for this, they ask them for that. I can also tell you then that I'm very aware that a letter was written to Dr. Samoa Kama requesting a meeting with him. When they request a meeting with them, they also report to me, the leadership report to me that they had a tripartite meeting, 3 of them. The chairman, the deputy chairman, and Dr. Samoa Kama. They had a meeting at the residence of the deputy chairman, Payansane, regarding this meeting in a party office. But when they come out there, they can report to we say Dr. Samoa Kama say, and Mama Sele not attend the meeting. That's why he did not come. And it was at a NAC meeting again that a decision was taken. I can tell you at that NAC meeting wasn't everybody who was in support of that decision, but decisions of boards are collective. Once it's carried, it becomes a decision of the board, and people have to live with it. That, the need for a right and request the handing over of the office space to the secretariat. And that's what happened. So that's as far as I can say.
The back and forth way, in self-rights back and all of that, you've been fitted with all what you do explode and report to owner because most of them meeting there, so you not been present, but in the can report to owner. You think, say, it been fair with all the resistance and response, then at some point, it say not feel safe for go at the party office and all of that?
I think it would have been better managed by both sides. Honestly, I feel it could have been better managed, but then back and forth then they maybe would not have been necessary if the meeting after that entire tripartite meeting for being continued. Because these guys, I can tell you they've been together for so long, right? Then sabi themselves past how we sabi them. Now they know how them in a cabinet, they know how them in the felt up and down, they're friends. I can tell you even, I know that Payansane and Dr. Samoa Kama lived together in the same house for years, you know, so they know themselves very well. And sometimes you have to be careful how you interfere in those things, but I feel say them for them manage them well amongst themselves. Put aside even the formal party side. Based on their personal relationships, they could have. I can tell you, I'm aware that efforts were made amongst themselves for Duam, but maybe it broke down somewhere. But constitutionally, I don't think asking Dr. Samoa Kama for relinquishing the office, when I mean office, and I mean the space, the office itself and whatever paraphernalia they come with for relinquish them in line with the Constitution was a wrong thing for them.
When we talk about your resignation,
right?
The much talked about resignation, all of a sudden, people see through the social media yesterday, you see the resign from your position as Deputy Secretary General of the party, a position where now vote for you, based on a new constitution, on a fit for pull the selection clause, on a one democracy now on a party, on a get a delegate conference, everybody be know the tension will be the with this position, although yes, you might not agree, but at some point the party hierarchy then be say for step down for somebody else, but you stood your grounds, you say no, I they go into the elections. If they beat me, then beat me. Respectfully, I go congratulate to that they contest with. You emerge as the winner. You hold this office, all of a sudden you say they resign. Reasons not clear, even based on your declaration, resignation video where you make, I watch it over and over, you know, able for state that reason why you resign of that position, you still be member of parliament, you still in the APC. What do make you resign? A suppression?
I think when you watch the video, you don't watch properly. I think you're watching for something. Even if you read the resignation letter, I'm sure you are watching for something. So you know when somebody mind on fixing, at least I want for seeing this, you know, see them. Then whatever else you see, you will become blinded like, not talk out. What I said was very, very clear. Me not possible when it means me words. I don't. You talk about what may happen at the delegates conference. I don't remember what you're talking about. I know that I went to the elections. It was contentious, but I know I won that elections by a landslide. You know, and I also want to use this opportunity to thank those 1,373 delegates who gave me the mandate for last having this capacity. And I pray that I not let them down during the 2 years we were served. But at the same time, I'm someone who is very conscientious. I believe, say, the principle of fairness must always be upheld in whatever place where you find yourself. One of the last acts that I do before I resign was actually putting together the timeline for the, well, I not say do, as in I may want to do, basically manage the process. For put together the timeline for internal elections where they start very soon.
When?
I will not announce the date because it's the responsibility of the Secretary General and also after a decision by NAC. But I can tell you for certain that by the Constitution, February 2026, we don't get a national delegates conference where we elect the national officers and the new flag bearer. That is what the Constitution provides. And before that, 3 months before that, that's November, all lower level conventions for them be completed. Right? So having done this activity, I feel like, we're getting close to that point where elections are coming, internal elections. And if you want to really create a level playing field, and you get in your heart, say, okay, you want to go back to the people and ask them, say, I want to consider serving you in a different capacity, you need for give space for continue for maintain the integrity of the party and the secretariat. Me personally, the rumor was out there that, Timbo, they come off for flag bearer, blah, blah, blah. People were even saying there were people in the executive, we want for be flag bearer, we still hold position. And truth be told, if you're there, you play with all that information, you direct in the way how the party is going, you hold an executive position, you create an unfair advantage for yourself. And that is not right.
So is it true? Let you just resign.
No. So
and
you see,
go ahead with your plans.
I'm a believer of God, yeah. In terms of being qualified for one for the flag bearer of the APC, I'm qualified by our Constitution. I'm qualified by the Constitution of this Republic. However, I'm a firm believer in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I believe that power comes from God. He gives it to who he wants, when he wants, and he takes it from who he wants and when he wants.
For one for the flag bearer.
I am consulting on my next steps, and I plead with Ona, Duya, and just in the next few weeks, I will announce to the nation, take me by my word. In the next few weeks, not more than a month, I will tell the world what my next steps are.
A lot of people where all this view say you therefore they part of the people them where they run for flag bearer for a party the APC and seeing the other people them we don't come out so far, very young gentlemen of the APC, although some not make a formal declaration yet, but then get their supporters them all over the social media, doing campaigns for them, making informational materials, believe say with the kind of young people we don't come forward for lead the APC, that na is a sign for sure say young people then determined for take leadership in the political space. If this happen, many people believe say there is hope for the future of Sierra Leone. What you go say to somebody who hold this view?
First, I'll say it's quite welcoming for me. It's a breath of fresh air. For me, it's something that I welcome, not just because I'm a young person, but because I feel the world is going young and that God give a lot of strength to young people. That is why when you look biblically or even from the Quran, you see that most of the prophets, apart from Prophet Abraham, were very, very young people. The two major prophets of our time, Jesus Christ and Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, these were very young men where actually God appoints or anoint for let them be prophets. So there's strength in being young, yeah? So for me, I take a lot of solace in the fact that young people are showing interest in leadership, but also there's a myth where people really need for left that, oh, now old people no more did it. No. There are only 3 old people in the entire leadership from that election. The chairman, the deputy chairman, and the leader then. The deputy leader, the secretary general, all of us are young people. Decisions taken are taken collectively. If you can't vote, the one the way they vote will pass the old one them. So anything will happen yonder, we have to take collective responsibility because now we all vote. If we all vote, then the part them gets their way, as people think the part them gets their way, then now we accept them. Also, the myth was for left now, this feeling say, oh, APC are old people. APC has produced the youngest president of this nation, democratically elected. I think many people don't forget Joseph Saido Momo, right? He was in his 40s. Many people don't forget, say, President Nkrumah became president of this nation at the age of 53, right? But then forget, say, that was in 2007. But then forget, say, President Nkrumah contested in 2002. 2002, 53 minus 5 will tell you, say, President Nkrumah was around 48 when he ran for the presidency against President Kaba at the time. 2 years before that, he was leader of the party. Meaning at the age of 46 or thereabout, he was the leader of the nation. He was the leader of a whole political party. So my point here is, the youthfulness within the APC not starts today. It has always been there. Giving young people power has always been the APC's drive. Now, only now people feel like saying old people, forgetting that even the one when they call old, so most of these people were young when they took power in the APC. It's just that they don't do it for a little long.
Consultation, and you'll come back to the public as to your next political move as you continue. But as young as you are, based on your ambition, also you want yourself now the next 3 years politically.
The
next 3 years, also you want yourself.
The next 3 years? Serving the people at the highest level where them feel say they want to make a serve. I have dedicated my life to service of people. I consider myself as representative of people. I only want the validation of the people. I don't want to be appointed a minister. I don't want to be an ambassador. Even when APC can have power. Some people will tell me, oh, no, talk am. I talk am. I don't want it.
So you want for be
I don't want.
so even the position of a running mate?
Look, let's not get to that point here.
Yeah, because you dey talk, say you don't want to be a minister, you don't want to be an ambassador.
Yes.
And you want to serve at the highest office when at the presidency.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you just mentioned
the highest
that.
level where the people want me.
Yeah,
Look, I'm not, Khadija, I won't be shy to say I want the presidency. I won't.
Based on the consultation, the people tell you say they want to let you contest. Are you willing and ready at this time?
I will definitely throw my hat in the race if that was the result of my consultation. I will definitely, because like I said, I'm qualified. I think I've learned a lot, and waiting people not know. Maybe many people not even go to that. I am the only person within the executive now, or within the APC now, that has served in the 3 arms of government. People now aware. I've been an officer of the courts, that's part of the judiciary. I've been in the executive. I worked in State House. Now I'm in Parliament.
And I think that's an edge over the other people
I'm not
over
saying
the
it's an
area.
edge. I'm just saying I have balanced experience. And I'm not doing them position where na policy. Now usually can make policy. I don't do at the part where we do the work. So I understand the bottlenecks. I understand how governments work. I understand the challenges within the judiciary because I was there. I understand the bureaucracies where they happen with ministries, departments, and agencies. I understand how to deal with wants and scarce resources where they meet. I understand very well the energy situation, how we left it, what was happening at the time, how we got about the energy mix. I know all those things. And then in Parliament. So Parliament just round up for me everything, because in Parliament, feel like the final place. Everything where they happen at the executive, you can end up in a Parliament. So it has given me an invaluable experience where, in a way, I want to tell President Kuruma plenty thank you for the opportunity there. I remember once I sat with him in his office and I had this conversation. At the time, there were opportunities for young people in government. I met him with my CV and told him that Parliament I want to go. He told me his experience in Parliament and how that made him a better leader. So for me, as much as it was part of my drive, he gave me the validation that, oh yes, Parliament is the best grooming ground for leaders. So for me, in a nutshell, I feel I am rounded in terms of experience. I'm rounded in terms of knowing the APC. I've been in there. I started from the youth level to those Usarade now. I wrote the constitution for the APC with others as the principal draftsman. So I understand the APC. I've traversed the entire nation campaigning for national position within the APC. So I understand the party as well as I understand the nation. I understand governance despite my tender years. I'm only 39 years old now.
So if you say you get all this understanding...
You doubt that?
Well...
You know my story.
I quote you. I don't want for affirm anything now.
No, but you know my story.
If you say you
I told you
understand
facts.
all of these things, and if you people that we consult with now feel say they want you for run for the presidency, they throw your heart into them. If that they happen, you be the flag bearer of the APC. With all this, you understand what you say you get. With the current issues where Salon struggle with, you will able to fix the country?
I think fixing a nation is collective effort, yeah? Collective effort and the willingness to do it. You have to have it in mind that it is not us versus them. First thing for me is about uniting the party, yeah? Because a house divided cannot stand. But after uniting the party and winning an election, you have to understand that Salon is one. And our agendas must be aligned. It has to be in sync. We have to be together. follow move the nation go before. And I feel it's one thing where this present government miss. My first debate in Parliament was titled, in my head, unity and continuity. Governance is continuity, right? So when they come, oh, all what APC do, then take the country, go put on a gutter inside hole, they described it negatively. They came out with a GTT report, I think, with label APC one kind way. President Nkrumah had that chance to do it, but he chose for take the high road. And he said, okay, let's leave waiting on pass. Let's look at this and move forward. That is why we saw a lot of development under President Nkrumah's first term. But with these people, they come, they want for Fed's power balance in parliaments, then pull winner parliaments, they did a lot of things, being all sort of things. And not forget, Khadija, I cannot come to your studio now and pull you in a field, say, I go understand without talking to you. There are many things we want to do now, where I cannot just come and say, okay, all we think Khadija then do now rubbish, and begin run at Khadija then. Would I be comfortable for even tell you what you are left? Even proper handing over wasn't done, and that is what President Nkrumah did right. Not forget, for a week or two, the ministers of Tijan Kaba continued to serve, even when Ernest take power. So there was a seamless transition at the time, but this not happen now. So back to the question about whether we can move this country forward, I feel I can. I'm one person who believes in a national development plan, collectively owned by all of us. A national development plan where APC, SLPP, civil society organizations, religious groups, young people, women, elderly people, kids, we all come together and say, this is where we want our country. This is how we want to move a country forward. Meaning, we put together a short-term plan for the 5 years, the medium term, maybe 10 years, 15 years, then the long-term plan, which we want, also one day in 25 years, also one day in 30 years. But the only way how you get acceptance of this, now where everybody puts hands in them, and we take them to parliament, we legislate them, we popularize them. It becomes law. It becomes like the constitution of the APC. This government could tell you, say, we don't do a national development plan. Ask them whether they call for the good one. You sit down to yourself, you do a development plan. You not even talk to the journalists. You not even talk to people in the street. You don't even talk to the opposition, because you have to also respect the opposition. They are part of the governance infrastructure of any nation, and know the pressure we international community when they put we under just for go back to governance when we do that boycott. So they have to respect them. If you don't respect the opposition, then you cannot rule, you cannot govern. Anybody
this bill-led governments not respect to now?
To a large extent, they don't treat the opposition as they're supposed to treat the opposition. A very, very large extent. Appointments, where constitutions say for consult, and there is, oh, consultation for just tell una. How can that be consultation? How can you want to implement a tripartite report now? This has been a challenge too. We've written letters, chief ministers responded. We've gone everywhere. We've written to international community. We say we want we own quota. Now the tripartite implementation committee. The only people who did it from the APC, now the leader of government, leader of the opposition, the mayor of Freetown and McKinney. How can that be enough in a committee we get almost 20-something people? That's unfair. So if you ask me the question about being treated right, we haven't been treated right. In opposition, you have to treat an opposition as an opposition.
But why
understand?
una don't come speak on these issues? Now that make a lot of people hold this view, say una just comfortable, usa una dey so, and also maybe some members of the APC wouldn't they allege say na bedfellow the government, they are okay.
The secretariat get responsibility for right. We've written to the government, we've written to the international development partners. The publicity secretary, I'm aware, even though you say we'll not come and talk, yes, we did. The arm of the party that talks about this is the publicity department. CDI Tunis don't go across, they explain with dissatisfaction, He's done it many, many times. I remember in one of the then parliamentary programs that we'll get, I was there, I spoke about it, I spoke about our dissatisfaction with the composition. So back again to the question of moving this nation forward, yeah? You need to have what we call a high-level manifesto. Say, these are my priorities. But for say you can't sit down and can't make a manifesto, you will make manifesto. It's not realistic. When you're outside government and when you're inside government are two different things. You will get all the fantabulous ideas, but when you come inside, then you realize at the end of the month, I get for pay salaries of X number of people. You see, say, I get for pay light bill, I get debts then for pay. You don't want outside, they pull the money. All that you plan here where you don't carry with, they will go outside the window. That is why I'm really weary, I'm really worried, I'm really scared about candidates that will come on out and carry with a whole manifesto. I don't have the solution to Salon problem. No one person get the solution to Salon's problem.
Okay, Honorable, back to the issue of your consultation. You already don't accept, say, if the people where you go consult tell you say run as a flag bearer for the All People's Congress, you go wholeheartedly accept. What about the other side of the coin? If they say, even though them believe, say, you fit for run as a flag bearer, but let you understudy the person first and go as a second man at the tickets, who will you prefer?
There's nothing like going as a second person in the Constitution, right? Nobody contests for running mate position. I've had that talk. So you know, I'm telling you, people don't come out. I can tell you, without saying names, 4 people were here say one for be flag. They've actually approached me to be running mate. I tell them, oh, so you know, so I have that much value, right? That is why you want me to be a running mate. Nobody runs for running mate. Running mate is being selected in 2028. Elections happen in 2026. Elections for the flag bearer of the party. 2 years down the line is a long time.
And you cannot be running mates for anybody.
You cannot, I'm not saying that. You cannot think about a running mate now when a running mate is not a position to be contested for. The position of deputy leader of the party is not one of the positions where anybody they contest for in a national delegates conference. When it is the prerogative of whoever becomes a flag bearer in consultation with the National Advisory Committee for select. In fact, that's the only position that is being selected.
That time they come, then select you.
So you guys want me to be running mate, huh?
No, just they look at...
I see you guys think that way.
Anyway, don't look at few messages so people don't say.
You want to say something, Khadija. Deep down within you, like you say, you go on consultation. This issue of running mates not an option based on the consultation.
It is not an option on the table. How can you talk about an option? When you say option, everything on the table. Now, copy them, remote control.
Presidency day.
On the table. Yes, it is. Flag bearer a day, not for presidency.
Flag bearer, sorry.
Yeah, a day. Running mate not there. Who's talking about? Why should we talk about running mate even?
All right. Look at messages where the viewers don't send and you go respond to before we wrap up the program.
So this actually on Facebook, they say, very decent, smart and eloquent young man. I stand with you, Timbo. APC is changing the narrative come 2028.
All right, we're going to look at more messages we don't come na the program this morning. I want to start for it from the YouTube channel. This other one they ask, say, if you don't want to settle for anyone's running mates, who will be your preferred candidate if you don't have the flag bearership?
This one they say, Honorable Timbo, the executive is not serious. It's good for them to resign like you did.
All right, let's look at more messages.
About Fuji, they say, what movement is this young man trying to form? We already have radical inclusion ongoing. What else are we expecting? These young folks that were groomed from the nation's milk and honey know nothing about the pains and suffering of the masses. Let him focus on youth leadership in his party, the national level.
Mohammed Kamara, they say, Timbo, you are part of this failed executive that failed us twice in an election. So how can you convince me if we had to vote for you in our NDC as leader and subsequently a president?
For the journey, they say Timbo is one of the decent young people in our politics today in Sierra Leone.
All right, To look at more messages we don't come inside the program this morning. Mohammed Almami Dumbuya said the only flag bearer.
Mohamed Kamara, they say our party APC needs new faces to lead us if we are serious to win 2028 elections. These old folks must take a back seat and allow new young player to kick SLPP.
Yusuf Monsire Suma say, Honorable, what changes your experience has created in the APC party and the country at large?
This one, they say this guy is clever. He knows what he's saying 100%.
Jibril Adumbuya na the YouTube channel say academic achievements and experience in nowadays politics in Sierra Leone is not enough to make you presidential material, which we have seen under the failed government. We need leaders who have guts.
Noah Conte, they say Mr. Timbo is a dedicated young man who has genuinely served his community and party. I have no doubt that if he chooses to run for the leadership within the APC, he will bring about the positive change we have all been waiting for. Whatever he decides, I wish him all the best.
More messages. This one said, Timbo, you need more difficult political and experimental wisdom journey to be rounded ready to rule Sierra Leone.
All right, the last one I could take, plenty messages. This one they ask, say, Mr. Timbo, what do you have for the youth and women of Sierra Leone?
All right, there are a lot of messages, but the final one I could take from YouTube because of time. I'll sign content say, I like the demure of Honorable Timbo. APC needs fresh and unblemished leadership, and I see him ticking this box. Go on, Honorable Timbo, we are with you.
Mr. Timbo, Sierra Leoneans are radically included. What's your take? All right, from the messages in there, Honorable.
Wow. I think I've never been bombarded with questions this rapidly. Because even my brain self, for even liable, right? It's tough, but I think a few I get, I will try to see. Well, thank you very much for all the comments. I welcome all of them because they give you more understanding of things. And I think if I get right, let's try for C. I think somebody talk about preferred candidate, if not me. I never said I'm a candidate. Yeah, so that's the first thing first. And I don't have. There's nobody who was openly declared. There's nobody. Like I said, I don't deal with fanciful things. People on the other corners don't make. I think I attended one where somebody called lawyers to a program. Well, he told the lawyers there. So I will say maybe don't declare to the lawyers, but to the public, he hasn't. Enough programs where people are whole, where they talk to the interested. But in terms of a proper formal declaration, no one has done it. So I cannot talk about a preferred candidate if not me. At this particular moment, I am not in the race. At this particular moment, I'm not in the race. So the if not me part doesn't even apply. Somebody else talk about what movement. So you talk about radical inclusion movement, right? It's interesting. I mean, feels a radical inclusion movement now part of the government's agenda, not to anybody in personal, because whoever is propagating that, I think it's the chief minister, and he said, "I'm part of. We will deliver a package," you know. But I think they've made it very clear that there's no political movement called radical inclusion movement. So for me, whatever movement, then I'm aid now movement for the emancipation of the nation. Right? We have suffered for too long as a nation. We've gone around in circles. We go one step up, 2 steps behind. From the highest time I've spent out of this nation is 6 months. I don't in this country for the 39 years what I live on earth. I've lived here. Now I study, now I do everything. So I don't see suffering here. Some people don't even understand my background. They don't understand my story. They just see this complete package and feel like it has always been rosy. But one day I think I'll explain that to people. So my movement is basically the people's movement. Whatever the people say, that's what I'm saying. I go back and consult. APC, a systematic party. A party we get a structure. Yeah? You don't just jump and say, okay, me, I want this, I want that. You have to consult because you want to represent people. You choose APC also because you're popular past APCO. You choose APC because APC is already a proper institutional foundation. Now you want for build on. Now you want for benefit from. Anybody who come for contest for leadership or any position within the APC. Now because then see say this party is a viable party. Now then they can benefit from the party more than the party even they benefit from them. The other one is a focus on youth leadership and not bigger leadership. I am not a youth. I am not a youth. I don't pass the time when I be youth. I was a youth leader in my party. If you see I left the regional youth leadership and contest for Deputy National Secretary General of the party, it's for a reason. And anybody where they say this, with all respect to whoever texted that message, I want for me that person to open his mind up. That person is thinking small. And that is why maybe this country is where it is today. Go to Guinea. It's a young man who's changing the story of Guinea. Go Burkina Faso to Ibrahim Traoré. It's a young man who's changing the story of that nation. Go to Senegal. It's a young man who's leading that nation now. Go to the United States. It's a 39 years old man who's the number 2 man in that nation. But for let somebody just sit down and say, oh, you for think about youth leadership? I beg, let that person they open their mind up. If not a young person they talk so, let it change. Let it start for asking self the right questions about how we move this nation go before. Somebody said the past executive has failed. You see leadership? Yeah. I will just give an example of this power regime where they saw. They said all sort of negative things, bread and butter issues, country in a whole. Listen to the day where they talk about statistics. But in terms of the economy, in terms of development, in terms of now light to guess on a generator, you know how expensive it be. All those problems, people spoke about it when they were outside the safe, then get the solutions. Immediately then take power, then they get the solutions. Same way with people the way they are the executive. Sometimes, like I said, I'm a religious person. God say we know, cause we leaders. God says so. Say don't abuse your leaders. It's easy for you text that message, say we don't fail. It's easy for you tweet. It's easy for you do cosmetic things. But wallahi, if they put them in them positions, then they might not even do better. So we have to be careful how we deal with our leaders. We don't know what they face. We don't know how people take decisions for the general good. Sometimes this person will even text inside us, you're never able to lead properly. But you're castigating an entire executive. People who made sacrifices. People who said, okay, I did come before for take leadership. Let's be careful. For call this executive a failed executive, that's not right. You don't just say everybody don't fail. It's a wrong way for look at things. The party needs new faces. For me, that's my mantra. And that's the politics I've always played. May I just not think about new phases within the APC at the leadership level. I think there's opportunity for make people come into the party where can make change, but they're afraid because people feel politics not dirty game. What do we need for do? Let's see new phases in campaign teams. Let's see new phases in policy decisions. Let's see new phases in the lowest level of party structure. Let's see the expansion of the party base. Let's see more people talking about politics. Let's see more people talking about policies. New phases doing that. But as it is now, because of the toxicity of the environment, most good people, they shy away. If personally, maybe look how politics bad, and think say, I'm not being bad as a lawyer, if I don't live a better life, maybe if I don't left politics, but I have persevered, and that is what I want. Now, whatever decision I got for take, You'll see I'll bring people where you don't want to see around politics. You'll see I'll bring people who have never aligned themselves with the APC or even SLPP. They will all come on board. But my political mentor, interestingly, I don't have. I don't have one. So for me, I call them a concoction of many people. I take traits from one person, look at the other person, many, many things.
So locally and internationally, give you names?
My dad is my mirror. So for me, the most important person in my life is my daddy. Why I say my daddy, my dad is a study for me. It's like my topic of my dissertation. This I really want for my thesis. My dad was a person of integrity, was a family-oriented person, was a very controversial person. My dad had his own excesses. He failed in many things. He succeeded in others. Waiting me papa not do right, now I want to do right. Decide the way he do right, and I want to do better. So that is what it is for me. So people sometimes say, oh, Timbo not get godfather in politics. I tell people, yes, I don't have a godfather because I want no one to control the way I think. I have a God and my father is dead.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Osman Timbo, we join me this morning. Hopefully, as you say, in the next few weeks, you will come back and talk to the public on what you want for take your political career. Hopefully, we'll get you back as you make the announcements there. Well, that's not being the Honorable Osman Timbo, where not be the former Secretary General, Deputy Secretary General of the APC Party, yesterday tendering resignation. But as of now, he said they do consultation, and after that, he will come back to the public for inform what he want for do next in his political career. Well, now they end the breakfast show for today on edition. Princess Pierce then produced the program. Musa Saukoma, Samuel Thomas, and Dennis Kamarana and the technician them for this edition of the breakfast show. Mina Karija Bango, they say have a good day.
All right, and Mabel Kabade said that's a good day. Until we meet again, goodbye.